Tom Manning.
Meredith Manning.
Trent Manning.
Elena Manning.
Hi, my name is Melanie Manning. This is my fourth speech. This is a persuasive speech. My goal in this speech is to open the eyes of the listeners to the dangers of the internet. Don't get me wrong, the internet is a great wealth of information that can be received from practically anywhere in the world. I will touch on these subjects briefly, which I really want to address what me and you might have posted and will have posted do not realize the harmful things that it can do and that are very dangerous. There are a ton of predators out there waiting for innocent people like you and me to make simply innocent mistakes that will last us a lifetime. The first subject I'm going to briefly touch on is the government involvement. The government involvement is very, very slight and very, very naive. One of the articles I pulled is from the Daytona News Journal. According to the article I pulled up, people say, older generations are getting to the point that they're forming support groups and hooking up with larger groups to get a watchful eye on the younger generations and their exploitations. It's very surprising that younger generations have no idea what they have put themselves in to the watching eye of predators. It is difficult to sort out the media and what is true and what is false. But over and over again, the media reports people being abducted, internet scams being done, young girls being hooked up with strangers that are way older than them that are actually predators. To get the government involved, the people need to speak up, form groups, lobbyists, if you will, to join this fight and get their attention to get something done. There are privacy laws, but they are very limited in what they can do. Now we come to identify theft. We see companies all over TV and the internet wanting us to pay for protection. In the early 1900s and 1800s, we would pay for protection from thugs to protect us from other thugs robbing us with gunpoint and so on. Now we pay security companies. It's the exact same thing. They're thugs that seem to want us to pay them for security that we can actually do ourselves. Our most important valuable economy that we possess is our social security number, our driver's license, and our birthday. If a predator has these, they can use them over and over and over and over. Bad score, credit score, or good credit score. Illegal aliens can take our social security number and use it over and over and over again. The solution is just don't give out your number. You have to give your number to banks. You have to give your number to your child's school. You have to get your number to get credit. Be very careful that the person you're giving your money to, your social security number to, is it accredited place of business and has a Privacy Act invoked that will not pass your information on. Another important thing that we need to touch on is child predators. Our children are online all the time. There's predators out there who will lie to these children, who will convince them they're in love. They will give them money. They will buy them presents. They'll eventually convince them to meet them. All of a sudden the child is gone. This doesn't run away. And then you find out a predator is taking your child. This happens constantly, every day. We need more laws to protect this. To make more laws, we need people to get involved in the community and make the government listen. Now it comes to ourselves. So many times over our cell phones, internet dating, Match.com, all kinds of dating sites. We give all sorts of information and pictures. Once your picture is out there, even on the camera, it's out there for good. You cannot retrieve that data. Your picture is out there for all the world to see. And predators will see that picture. They can hunt you down. They can find your address. A lot of missing people go missing because of this. And it follows you for the rest of your life. One mistake. Another danger is at one time, long ago, if we were mad at somebody, a coworker, a boss, a friend, and we decided to write a letter, we write the letter, we reread the letter, we put the letter in the envelope, we put a stamp on it, we walk it to the mailbox. Now, after a meeting, we may be upset with a coworker, a boss, of some smart remark they made to us that hurt us deeply. We go back to our computer, we fastly type out an email. Before we have a chance to look at that email and really realize what we said, we hit send. Once we hit send, that email's gone. It's gone forever, and it's gone to everybody. We can't retract it. We have no time to think. Technological world gives us no time to think what we actually just did. This has happened to me personally many times, where I've gotten angry and sent an email that I regret later. The inner key is a dangerous key. My persuading point, this is a persuading speech. My persuading point is to please think. Technology is great. Technology is who we are now. But we need to think before we use it so quickly. We need to think before we jump on the bandwagon and think this is a great way to go. This is an easier way to go. It may not be the easiest way to go. I am persuading you to check it out thoroughly, not push that enter button so quickly, but to ask and indulge yourself in what is really real and what is not. And the social community, it's not really real. People can be who they want to be behind that computer screen, but not who they may be in real life. Thank you.